You're listening to Bizarre Buffet, a podcast of all-you-can-eat weird. I'm your host, Mark Torriello.
I'm Jen Wilson.
And I'm Mark Bluestein.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
We're back.
We are back.
Good evening, good morning, wherever you are listening. Or something.
So I just wanted to share with our listeners because as soon as I saw it today,
my God.
had to text you both.
Get fucking ready for this.
Get fucking ready. So I'm driving to my second job and I'm on the phone with Jerry and he's telling me a story about work and I'm like, I'm sorry to be rude. Hold it. But I just stopped at a traffic light and on my right-hand side is this church called St. Catherine of Siena.
After our last
episode.
We talked about how vulgar she was.
How vulgar she was, and we were like, where is there a St. Catherine of Siena church?
And Jen, like Italy.
Yeah, Jen being smart about it because she's from Italy and it's Siena. But
and it's literally around the corner from where Mark and Mark live.
The gods aligned.
I wish that was the one. I wish that church had her decapitated head on display.
Or her...
do you think
the cup with the cancer-filled bus?
Oh my God! Everyone loves the bus cup.
Yeah,
I know.
Bus cup.
Well,
bus cup.
I know. It was so funny because when I was talking to my Uncle Doug, and I think I shared this with you both too, he said that it was so nice to finally hear an episode that wasn't about murder. So if any of you want to see a photo shoot of the three of us in front of Catherine of Siena,
let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know if you want to see us defile some horny saint.
So we're going to go from religion to psychology tonight.
Okay.
Oh, we have not gone here yet.
Oh, religion is psychotic.
Well, there you go. It is.
My question
Canceled.
for you tonight... Canceled.
Canceled again.
So the question that I have for both of you tonight is, what is your knowledge of the term nature versus nurture?
Nature versus nurture, in my opinion. Sit down. My name is Freud Bluestein now.
Yeah, Sigmund Bluestein.
Sigmund Bluestein. Sigmund Bluestein. My interpretation or knowledge or understanding of nature versus nurture, I think it's basically how you are brought up versus parents and what type of effect your mom and dad or parental guardian has over you, as opposed to what is a result of the world or things
Mark,
like that.
yeah. Torriello?
Same. I think, nature is what you kind of don't have much control over. It's more biological. It could be something passed down genetically, where you might be more inclined to something. Nurture, it's more like your environment, the culture that you're coming up in. And those are the things that form your brain and your personality.
So, okay, good. So we kind of have a
very general
understanding of nature versus nurture. So this is a debate, and it's been one of the oldest philosophical issues within psychology. So what exactly is it all about, you might ask?
Oh my God, I'm so asking because I thought you were going to do a Fred Durst. Fred Durst?
No.
Wait, not Fred. That's
Robert Durst.
Robert.
Isn't that the guy from Limp Bizkit?
Yes.
Fred Durst is from Limp Bizkit. Robert Durst just died
murderer.
last week, the murderer. So... nature refers to all genes and hereditary factors, like you said, that influence who we are. So from our physical appearance to our personality characteristics.
To how horny we are.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nurture refers to all of the environmental variables that impact who we are. That can include early childhood experiences, how we were raised, social relationship, and just like the surrounding culture. What exactly is the debate here? So the debate has always been, do genetic or environmental factors have a greater influence on your behavior, or do inherited traits or life experiences play a greater role in shaping your personality?
Freudenstein is back.
Okay.
I think that it is the last one that you said.
So you're saying, do inherited traits or life experiences play a greater role in shaping your personality?
And yes, they do.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I agree fully.
Some examples of nature would be certain genetic diseases, traits like eye color, hair color, skin color. Nurture is more your life expectancy, height, different types of lifestyle. But this isn't what I'm boring you with tonight. Sorry.
Jen, what are you doing? Ooh.
I'm going to tell you what we're talking about, and I've dropped some little nuggets
Robert Durst.
this last week and a half. Drum roll, please.
It's another
We
one.
are going to be talking about feral children.
Yes! Nell!
I
understand?
love the movie Nell.
Do you understand why
Yeah.
I've been sending you those
Yeah.
Nell GIFs now?
Oh my God. See, I thought Larda.
Mark, you do a great Nell.
Mark and
Hi
I love
in the
Jodie
way.
Foster.
We do. Oh my God.
love her.
Yeah, we do like Jodie Foster.
You know,
This is
just going on record, I feel like she's probably an awful fucking person in
she's a
real life.
lesbian. I didn't know that until
She's
like a year
community.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
girl.
shout out
But yeah.
Jodie Foster.
So now you understand why I've been sending you guys Nell GIFs.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
And
when you
superimposing your face onto Nell.
it is the best thing ever. Let me tell you. I identify with Nell. Tying the way on. Tying
What's the other one?
way on.
Chickabay.
Chickabye.
Oh, yeah.
Chickabye. Yeah.
So
Wow. I'm so fucking excited.
There was-
did you really think it was going to be Robert Durst?
I did, because you were like, have you seen the Jinx? And I was like, yes, why did we not talk about this earlier? And I was like, oh my God, she's going to do a Robert Durst episode. And I'm so horny for Robbie D. You have no idea.
We're going to go talk about feral children.
That's
instead.
even better, honestly. 'Cause I'm more excited about.
Canceled.
Yeah, well, all the feral children listening right now, donate to our Patreon.
So the real definition of a feral child is a young individual who has lived in isolation from human contact from a very young age.
Okay.
And they have little to no experience of human care, behavior, or human language. Hey now.
Hi in the wind, Jan.
So feral children may have experienced severe abuse or trauma before being abandoned or running away. Prior to the 1600s, feral children were limited to just legends and myths. So you know how we were talking about how like everything somehow finds a way like
Back to some, yeah,
fucking
religion.
religion.
Yeah, absolutely.
For example, Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Oh, Mowgli was one.
Yeah, he was the little boy that was raised in the jungle. Or you have like the story of Rome, the city of Rome, being founded by Romulus and Remus, who were raised by wolves. There are a handful of documented cases of feral children. We're going to touch on a few,
Okay.
but I'm going to talk about some like really recent ones.
Oh, that's going to be
Oh my
interesting.
God.
Yeah,
Especially
well,
with
because
today's
this is-
day and age.
This day and age, and it's Bizarre Buffet.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is what we do. Jen
So-
Wilson's bringing it.
I'm going to bring it.
She's bringing it for you.
We're going to talk first about a girl named Oksana Malaya, who's better known as the dog girl. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah. So ready.
Oksana was born in 1983 in the Ukrainian SSR during the Cold War. Now, I need you to remember that while we continue down this feral child
The
road.
Ukrainian SSR.
Please.
Okay. Got it.
She was born in a very small town, and according to old medical records, she was a healthy, normal child. And then later, she was neglected by her alcoholic father at the age of 3, and she lived surrounded by dogs. She was finally discovered at the age of 7 thanks to a call from a neighbor. She could not talk. She lacked many basic skills and physically behaved like a dog on all fours.
Sounds like me as a child.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
That's rough.
she was running around on all fours. She was barking. She was sleeping on the floor. And she ate and took care of her hygiene like a dog.
Like she licked herself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She was removed from her parents' custody thanks to social services and then was transferred to a foster home for mentally disabled children.
When she was living with the dogs, was she in a house? Or was this like...
From what I gather from like the video clips I saw, she lived with her family, but she was neglected and they just like ignored her and she kind of just did her own thing.
So the family was actually present.
The family was present.
But just didn't give a shit.
Correct.
Oh, wow. That's sad.
That is.
And she underwent years of specialized therapy and education to address her behavioral and social issues. So now she works at a farm, she milks cows, and is somewhat still intellectually impaired.
Oh, so
But
it fucked with her
It
for
did.
like...
There is video footage from 2013 out there. You can find it on YouTube. And it's of her as a young adult on all fours, barking and acting like a dog. But then like also seeing her in a confessional speaking, and states that she still is triggered to dog-like behavior when she finds herself feeling isolated or lonely.
Oh, so it's kind of like an emotional response.
Yeah, it's like...
Well, how long did she live with the dogs for? 3 years?
It was like 3 years.
That's very like not odd, but it's just she's a little bit older than us. So she was born in 83. So she's 38.
She's 38, yeah.
38, 39. She was only with the dogs for 3 years.
But
Yeah.
it was like when she was 3. And
Yeah.
that's like when you start to like
Formative.
early
Yeah.
developmental stages.
It's like when
Yeah.
your brain is like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
It's like being molded.
Yeah, my brain is still Play-Doh till this day.
Well, yeah, I know that.
It's emotional.
It's like when I
stuff.
talk to you every day.
know.
Exactly. She has stated that she wishes to be treated like a normal human being, but she
sorry.
highly gets offended when referred to as the dog girl.
Well, I mean, for a number of reasons, I can understand why that's offensive. I'm sure Sarah Jessica Parker doesn't like being compared to a horse.
Oh no, and how they like, isn't it Family Guy where they depict her as a horse?
I think so.
I think it's Family Guy. But she also says her wish is for her brothers to visit her more, to find her
The dogs?
I know, she actually had
sorry.
brothers.
Oh,
but
sorry.
to find her biological mother.
Why?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to find
Odd choice.
Yeah, it's a very odd choice. Apparently she has a boyfriend though.
Good for her.
Good for
Woof.
her.
Woof, woof.
Did she find him on Scruff?
Oh my god. That's a good one.
Oh,
That is a good one.
that's for you.
Sadly,
Oh,
doctors have stated that she will never be completely rehabilitated into a normal society. So she still will kind of be a little
Dog girl.
psychologically impaired. Yes.
Oh, God, I'm such a dick. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry,
But
everyone.
how nice of the dogs to kind of take care of her and
Yeah.
nurture her.
Well,
you know, I mean,
Well, that's the beautiful thing.
not idyllic.
No, but I mean, I can probably almost guarantee you that those dogs probably cared more about her than her fucking parents did.
Well, of
Yeah.
course.
So good on the dogs.
Yeah. Thanks, dogs.
Thank you. Woof woof.
So now we're going to go on to Ivan Mishka Kuhov.
Oh.
And he was born in 1992 in Russia.
Oh, so I'm older than him. Okay.
So remember,
we all are.
I told you. Remember
Ukrainian
Ukraine,
SSR. Yeah.
Russia. When he was 4, he left his home to escape his mother and her alcoholic boyfriend. So between the ages of 4 and 6, he lived with dogs.
I think the dogs should have an adoption agency.
They should.
Where they adopt children.
Well, our
Right.
Donk's our parent. Jen knows that.
Exactly.
He's our dad.
He is our dad. As he sleeps underneath Mark right now.
Yeah.
And gained their trust by providing them with food, and in return, the dogs protected him.
Oh.
He was eventually made pack leader by the dogs.
Oh,
Was it a formal ceremony?
do they have an election?
It
Yeah,
probably,
an
it probably in dog form, yes.
Okay.
So does that mean like they kind of followed him around
They
like a
started
herd?
following Ivan around.
Okay.
Oh.
He was captured by the Moscow police in 1998.
No, that sounds bad.
So he was 6 years old. The police separated Ivan from the pack
No.
by leaving bait for the pack in the back of a restaurant kitchen. But before this, Ivan actually escaped from the police 3 times.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
But he was being protected by the pack of dogs. Like, these dogs this entire time, as the police were trying to take him, these dogs were protecting him.
And all for the meat in the kitchen that got them off their trail. Fucking, that's not fair. Unfair.
Unlike Oksana, Ivan only lived amongst the dogs for 2 years, and he was easily able to relearn the Russian language, which he can now speak fluently and intelligently. He did go to military school, and he served in the Russian army.
Wow.
He has successfully returned into society, currently in his 30s, and he works as an operator at a wire producing plant.
Okay.
Wow. I was kind of hoping that he would have went into something with dogs, but that's okay too.
This is the part of the story that breaks my heart.
Oh no.
After Ivan was rescued, his beloved dog sensed his location and waited in vain for him
No.
at the institution's gate. And later they were killed on the orders of officials.
Oh, those fucking
come
bastards.
on. They shouldn't have killed the dogs.
Isn't that sad?
That is so sad.
That's not fair.
Those poor fucking dogs, just trying to protect their leader.
I know. That is fucking...
Well, again, it's like the system failed him, right? By not really catching on that he was in a bad environment. They couldn't find him.
Then they, yeah.
The dogs probably did a better job of being parents than the actual parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Soon afterwards, after these poor dogs were murdered, I fucking hate this part. I hate this part of the story.
It's
It made
so
me really
awful.
sad.
It is very sad.
Ivan was raised by his foster mother. Her name was Tatiana. Because of her, he was able to recover from this trauma. He gained entry into a prestigious naval cadet school. And there, he had the opportunity to parade in front of Vladimir Putin.
Oh, Putin.
Hey, Putin.
Hey, girl. What's up?
We've got one more.
Okay.
And his name is Victor Kozlovstev.
God bless
Victor. Gesundheit.
you. Gesundheit.
Victor spent 4 years in a small town in Russia
Russia.
with a Rottweiler.
Oh, another dog.
From Russia with Rottweiler. That's for our Russian. We do have, I think
We
we
do
have
have some
a
Russian
listen.
folk.
Yeah.
We do.
We have a few. Hi, Russia.
Hi, Russia. Victor slept on the same rug and shared the same food bowl as this Rottweiler.
I do that with Gonk. our
I know.
dog, yeah.
I know you do. When I got here tonight,
I was eating
you were doing that on all fours.
puppy chow.
Going chickabay.
Chickabay.
Chickabay, puppy chow.
Chickabay.
Chicka chow.
Tie in the way.
So when Victor was found at the age of 7, he could hardly talk and instead barked, walked on all fours, and ate like a dog from a bowl. Well, Mark thinks it's funny.
Sorry. I mean, it's okay, everyone listening, because we can't do 9 cuts of this. So I'm going to explain here. The imagery is what gets me. That's all.
Well, like I was just saying in one of our many takes, when I was a kid and we all used to play house, I had one friend who always played the fucking dog because she wanted to.
Yeah.
And she would fucking run around on all fours and fucking bark. She turned out to be perfectly fine, though.
She's not a furry.
It must hurt your back.
Really?
On all fours. My back has been hurting through this whole episode because I'm thinking about it. Being honest. My back hurts.
But
Jen, you really chose a great topic for us. I love
well,
it.
you really thought I really threw you guys.
I really thought we were going to do Robert Durst with his cadaver.
I didn't feel like doing a deep dive on that shit.
Oh, that's okay.
You can all go look that up on your own time if you like.
Check out Robert Durst. He's the less offensive Trump somehow.
Yes. Victor's mother, who was an alcoholic, was deemed incapable of raising him. No shit.
Yeah,
like,
really.
No fucking shit.
Clearly, your child's on all fours barking, so you might have something wrong with your parenting.
Later, with the help of a loving foster mother named Lilith, he began studying to become a tailor.
Wow.
Yeah.
He puts
Dog
the tail
clothing?
in Taylor.
Whoa! That's a...
I'm on a roll tonight.
You are.
So she has stated, Lilith, that Victor likes sewing and he is happy with a needle in his hand.
Oh.
Like a sewing needle, not like a syringe needle.
Oh, okay.
I just need to clarify that.
That's good to know.
But he also has an idea to become a gardener.
Oh.
Sadly, his experience as a child has left a deep impact and slowed his cognitive development. A quote from his foster mother has stated, "Of course, we are trying to teach him all the skills of an adult person, and he's making big progress. For example, this year he started commuting in public transport on his own."
Wow, without chasing the postal service. Oh, sorry.
And not on all fours. Sometimes she also says that they secretly follow him in a car to see if he behaves well, which apparently he does.
If he's going to Petco.
And yes, and there is actual video footage of him being asked whether he remembers his childhood, and he just shakes his head and hides his head in his shoulders.
I mean, I do the same. Honestly, I do the same thing. I get very weird.
So what I found the most interesting about doing this research on feral children was the majority of these cases, or modern day cases, come out of communist countries from the Soviet, Russian, Cold War era.
Is there any
So
explanation?
So here's the thing. There was a big divide between extreme wealth and poverty in these countries, especially in the communist parties, especially the ones who refused to adopt the ideas of communism. And when the USSR fell in the 80s, there was a big isolation of the Soviet economy from the rest of the world.
Okay.
So, oil prices started to drop, and it was the lowest levels in decades, and they began to lose its hold on Eastern Europe.
Okay.
So, going into like the 90s, and even today still, you can kind of feel the repercussions of the Cold War in some of these places. And that's why I think you get a lot of cases like that
Out of that part
of the world, which I find
Wow.
very fascinating.
It is very fascinating. I mean, anytime there's like, a trend or, multiples of something from a certain area or place, it just makes your mind, wander. You want to
Right.
know why.
And you find there was a lot of poverty of Soviet citizens who there was a backlash from younger people who really refused to adopt these ideas that their parents had. You get a lot of poverty, alcoholism, abuse, neglect, pretty much like survival of the fittest, just doing what you can to get by and to survive. And unfortunately, you have cases like these children that come out of all of that.
Yeah.
Which is sad and unfortunate, but
It is. But then, where would Jodie Foster's career be if these cases didn't exist? Where would Nell be?
yeah.
And,
Chickabee.
Chickabee.
I think it's fascinating how the children adapted to the behaviors of the dogs.
Yeah.
That, but I also, what I find really fascinating is like the bond that they had with these dogs. It's like, yeah, you guys bond with Gonk. I bond with my dogs in one way, but it's not like I get on all fours and like interact
for
with
yourself.
interact with the dogs.
No, it's true. It's true.
But
And
it becomes more of like, that's like their family.
yeah. And I get that. Like I get it in a different context, but like I can look at our dog and I know like we have a certain connection, and I say certain things and he responds in a certain way, or he tilts his head in a certain way. And, it's like our own language now.
Like how Nell had.
Like how Nell, Gonk, Mark, and Nell, and other Mark. So I do get a lot of that. I think it's sad that, once again, animals are the superior beings.
Yeah.
And they can do more and have more, I guess, nurture.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, says a lot. Says
It
a lot
does.
about humankind and how we're all fucking doomed.
We are. Absolutely.
Since fucking Catherine of Siena in 1200 AD BC? AD.
No.
No, it would have to
It'd
be
be BC.
BC.
Before Christ, right? No.
no, because
AD, because we remember
Jesus died, and then people
with
became fanatics.
Yes, because we
The
talked about
Renaissance?
the Renaissance. Yes.
Yes. Rebirth. I learned that from you.
Yes.
I did. I need to go
So-
back to school as well.
That is our episode on feral children.
I cannot tell you how exciting. I love this so much, and I love that we're taking these other detours.
Yeah.
Never in a million years.
Yeah.
I
did
know
think this would be-
you really thought we were going down the
Robert Durst.
Robert Durst rabbit.
But that's what makes this podcast so fun, is that it truly is a bizarre buffet.
Yeah, it takes you
and
anywhere, and that's
You don't know what you're going to get.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like I was also thinking back to your episodes, Mark, of the Amazon woman
Oh,
and the Titanic survivor.
Violet Jessup.
Violet
Yeah.
Jessup. Well, exactly. And I think, for us, because, we aren't a true crime. I'm doing air quotes here.
I mean, we love true crime.
We do, but that's not like our main thing. We love other
We love
interesting,
other
odd, bizarre things.
out there things.
We do. And I mean, with that being said, if you want to learn more and you want to keep hearing these things, you should probably maybe consider supporting us on Patreon.
And
Yes.
you could also follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Drop us
Please.
a message. And
Yeah.
if you have a recommendation or a suggestion of a topic you'd like to listen to, message us at Bizarre
Yeah,
Buffet.
please
And
do.
we're also on YouTube, so you can watch us.
This
We're waving.
episode, we're
Waving
waving
right
as
now.
we're talking
Waving.
at you.
And Mark and I are in the process of trying to redesign our
Of our studio here, of our
Okay.
Bizarre
Yeah.
Buffet studio.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so
'Cause-
we're going to move that bus for Jen
Yeah.
when she comes in one day. We're going to say, move that bus, and Jen's
yeah.
going to react.
And I'm going to cry. It's
yeah,
going to
and
be
you're going to
like...
cry.
because we do it from our extra bedroom, and
Yeah.
You're going to yell, move that bus,
just-
and I'm going to stand there and
Yeah,
cry.
yeah.
it's like a hodgepodge.
But we have to have a sad story for me.
We do. We'll come up with something.
I was recording my episodes of Bizarre Buffet on cardboard boxes.
The cardboard boxes and that white wall just
And
make
that
me so
white wall.
sad.
And that movie poster,
That poster.
Star 80.
Star 80.
Posse's Star 80.
and our lucite chairs that crack.
That's crack, and our dog that barks, and
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
else. But you love us, and
Yeah.
we're real,
And we love you.
and we love you so horny much.
Yeah.
So watch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And subscribe, please.
Yeah,
but
please do, and do us another small favor, if you might, if you could, if you must.
We're so needy.
We are
are.
so
We're
needy,
very
but you
needy.
know what? This content is free,
know.
so we're gonna take a moment. Please share this content with your friends, family, whomever. Text it to someone. Share it on Facebook, on Instagram,
Anywhere.
Let us know
Yeah.
you're listening. We see that you are,
We
but
are.
like
We do.
give us the extra push of encouragement, so Jen and I
you
can
might-
be feral.
Exactly. And you might want to leave us a comment that's positive, not negative.
A positive, not negative, which is a good review.
And if it's negative, I would like a very
explanation.
detailed explanation as to why.
A dissertation,
Yes,
and we
thank you.
need citations and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So until next time, children, my name is Robert Durst.
And I'm Nell.
Damn.
And I'm one of Pavlov's dogs.
Wow, I love that. Is so
That's a good one.
good. Holy
Holy
shit.
shit. Woof woof, everybody.
Woof,
The more you know.
Goodbye. Deleted content.
Deleted content. Mark Bluestein and
Wow,
Good hat.